Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and welcome to the monthly vlog for February 2023. Let's do this.
Come on, let's go!
So here we are in February, and it's definitely a slower month than January was in terms of releases and news and all of that. And again, I've been trying to kind of cut down this section of the vlog anyway, so that kind of helps. But a big reason for the kind of slower flow of just information, news, etc., is that, you know, as many of us know, New York Comic Con used to take place in early spring. Now it takes place in the fall due to COVID and the way they switch things, and apparently they're sticking with that, which makes it a little strange, especially because that's closer to pardon me, San Diego, so it kind of feels less spread out, or at least it does to me anyway. And so yeah, that now it feels like kind of toy companies are just kind of picking and choosing where they make their announcements, which is fine. It definitely kind of makes for a more steady flow, I guess, as opposed to not really slow, as I had just said, but yeah, a little more steady. And I think that's actually kind of nice so far. So we'll see if that maintains for the next couple of months. But for now, big news, a lot of independent toy stuff, which is actually pretty cool. And maybe that's where I'll shift the focus here with the news, is more to the independent stuff, because there's definitely enough people focusing on, you know, pretty much everything going on. So I just want to, again, kind of focus on stuff that's relevant to this channel. So first thing is definitely the Savage Crucible line. And that Kickstarter finally started. If you are not familiar with it, it is a line of kind of fantasy-based characters. They have 3 waves planned out right now, and as of this recording, I'm pretty sure all 3 waves have already funded. Now they're kind of doing add-ons and like additions to the figures that are already planned, which is pretty cool. I mean, it definitely, like, they did a great job with the lead up, and then, you know, once they started that Kickstarter, it was, I think wave 1 funded in less than 24 hours. So really, really good stuff. And wave 1 is all kind of reptilian, anthropomorphic reptile characters. So I was very happy about that. I can't go all in, unfortunately, just, you know, it's a lot of money, but definitely got a couple of them, and very excited about that. So check the description below if you're interested. Definitely check it out. It's definitely worth seeing. I think this company looks like they've got a handle on things. So I'm really excited to see how these figures turn out. Not only that, but there's already reviews up from reviewers like D Amazing, who were sent early copies, and so definitely check those out. Probably, again, leave some links in the description below so you can see. And yeah, definitely very, very cool. Moving on to the wrestling figure world. So there was a UK company called Shayla Toys. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And apparently there were some issues, a lot of issues with toy companies in the past couple of years, certainly the past 12 months actually. And apparently they are under new ownership. They've changed their name. They're now Epic Toys. And, you know, any of us who have had pre-orders to them, apparently that is carrying over. So nothing's getting lost, or shouldn't be. And that's going to be a whole different thing. So, you know, they do a lot of the retro style wrestling figures that are pretty popular amongst various companies. More on that in a second. And the thing that I personally had pre-ordered from them was they're doing a 1/10 scale Sabu, which I thought was awesome. So I put my pre-order for that, and so excited for that. And their timeline has definitely been like things are getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and, you know, people are definitely getting frustrated and kind of like, what's going on? There wasn't some really great communication, pardon me. And now that they're under new management, they've changed the name. They definitely seem to want to kind of rein that in and kind of reestablish, not the name obviously because they changed it, but to kind of reestablish a rapport with the audience. So we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely excited. I think most of the figures they had on the docket should be releasing this year, right? Actually, I think Sabu was supposed to come out in June, so I'm looking forward to that. And then moving on to another independent wrestling figure company, Zombie Sailors Toys, who had recently released the Danhausen figure that I reviewed earlier this month. They put up their Heels and Faces, which is what Danhausen was part of, Wave 2 for a second time because it was just so popular. That was awesome to see, because I was kind of sad I missed out on the Raven figure, because especially once I saw like the articulation scheme and all that, I was like, that was I'm sad I missed out. It went up, so I definitely could not pass that up. So again, links in the description for that. That pre-order is actually down at this point because it was only up for a few days. I'm sure it did very well, but still worth checking out Zombie Sailor's Choice website, and definitely keep up with the future waves that they do for heels and faces, and certainly if they move on to other styles of figures. So there's that. Then going on to bigger companies, let's talk about Hasbro and specifically the Lightning Collection. And it just seems like QC is getting worse. I've avoided this specifically because, as I had stated way back in December, things just got messy, and I had to cancel all my pre-orders and stuff like that. And not because I was seeing QC issues, just because I literally could not afford it at the time. And so I canceled all those. And apparently that was a blessing in disguise, because the level of arms being put on the wrong side, heads and neck joints just popping out, torsos split apart, just insane stuff. So curious to see where that goes, honestly. And I was already having but my loyalty to that line has been wavering anyway, just because I don't like the new neck articulation. The figures can't look up or down, at least not the ones that I have with the new neck assembly. So that is what it is. And that's definitely something that I've taken into account going forward, especially as I look at what I want to collect in the future, and certainly this year. So if you've had similar sentiments, let me know in the comments, because I'm kind of curious as to where other people stand. I know a lot of people are kind of bowing out of the line completely, and I'm definitely not there yet. But yeah, definitely not as enthused as I was before. So finally, the most recent thing as of the recording of this video, I'm definitely recording a few days before the end of the month, so I'm going to miss some stuff that I probably wanted to have in here. But just Target Haulathon is hitting stores. So this is NECA and Target's deal. Actually, I think a couple other companies might be involved as well, but NECA is the big one, and so they have end caps and stuff like that, and they are hitting. I have not been able to get to a Target since they started, or since people have started posting pictures and saying okay, this stuff's going in, because there's definitely a couple of the TMNT figures I wanted, specifically that Triceratops. So hopefully I can snag one of those in the next week, but we'll see. And that's it. That's all I have for news. So moving on, let's go to the most notable acquisitions I had for this month right now. So notable pickups for February. Again, very kind of a slow month. So, but not a bad thing, because all the stuff that came in was good. And so starting off, one of the first things I got this month, might have been actually the last couple of days of January, but still counts as February, is the Beast of the Mesozoic Tyrannosaurus figure. I got the unpainted one last year, and then the painted one came in this year, and all these have been shipping. I just got the standard one, just as good, obviously, same figure, just that beautiful paint. And this review is up on the channel right now, so check that out if you have not already. And then the rest of my acquisitions were pretty much my big bad toy store pile of loot, and a lot of SH Figure Arts, which is not a bad thing, certainly, because I definitely love figure arts. And first one is the Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu, and this thing's incredible. This is not a new figure, as far as I'm aware. I think this is a reissue of a figure that came out 3-4 years ago, maybe. But I was sad that I missed out on that first run, and they definitely jumped over the opportunity to get one, certainly for retail price, and does not disappoint. I have not recorded this review yet. However, I'm excited to, because I have not even watched Dragon Ball, and this figure definitely makes me want to watch it. So just a really cool piece overall, and I apologize if that movement of the package was absolutely kind of messing with my mic. So apologies there, pardon me. And last one is the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Black Sun. This figure is incredible. This review is recorded. I don't think this will be up by the time this goes up. I forget when I scheduled it for. But in any event, this one is coming up soon. It's recorded, edited, all of that. Just incredible. Haven't seen the series yet either, but definitely intend to, as I have another figure from this series on pre-order as well. And then finally, the bonus this month for acquisitions was, you might have noticed that the desk behind me actually looks nice. And that's because I got an actual desk. So I got drawers and it's like everything's a little bit more organized here. And then finally I got the last bit of shelving I need for my actual display in the office in my house. So now the collection video is going to happen. I just need to kind of finalize that display and then I'll go over kind of just my collection. So something coming up in the future. Yeah, so I guess that is acquisitions. So we're just gonna move on to the end of the video. So let's do that now. So final notes, closing, all of that's good stuff. Yeah, and it's February. Definitely just, it's a month, it's winter. I'm looking forward to it being over. So that is what it is. So yeah, just kind of like keep my nose down, trying to get the work done. Again, get all these reviews done. And yeah, that's about it pretty much. Beyond that, as I said in a lot of videos, like stuff going up in my eBay store. And not only that, but this month, and actually not this month, pardon me, March and April, and specifically, I'm definitely clearing out a lot of my Lightning collection, going back to earlier with the whole like QC issues and stuff like that. And well, again, I'm not bowing out of the line at all. I'm definitely not selling off my whole collection by any stretch, but definitely kind of focusing on it more now, especially now that I have my display up for the most part, and I'm kind of rearranging things. I'm kind of taking stock of what I actually want. And so I'm definitely not all in on Lightning collection, and I haven't been since about halfway through last year, maybe early last year. And so that's just made things easier. So that definitely, if you are interested in some of that stuff, keep an eye on that store. Definitely like kind of gonna be putting stuff up over the next few weeks and just clearing out stuff in general. So you might get a good deal. And again, if I put something up initially and the price looks a little ridiculous, it might be just because like put it up initially to get it done. And I'm not expecting it to sell at a high price, and I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna drop it down the next few days from when it goes up. So, again, or if I forget to, just hit me up and be like, is this what you're selling this for? Or, because we can obviously work something out. So yeah, so that's that. And that's pretty much everything for February. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you that are here, that are subscribed. Even if you're just passing through and watching, appreciate you being here. Certainly if you made it this far into this video. So, again, the vlogs are kind of more of a personal thing, just me kind of having FaceTime with a camera and you, the viewer, and, kind of giving more of the personal touch instead of just seeing my hands and hearing me talk about the figures. So, thank you for being here, and we're gonna see how March goes. March is actually looking like it's gonna be a little more full than this month was, and I'm very excited about stuff that's coming up. Pre-orders that should be rolling in, etc. Certainly a lot more 1/12 skeletons seem to be just being released now. So this will be the year of the 1/12 skeleton, which will be cool. And yeah, so that'll be all. That's February. Let's look forward to March. And I hope you had a great month. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, regardless of your relationship status. And yeah, I hope to see you here next month, and we'll go over what happened in March. So yeah, as always, please take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.